Time frame, images of a generation. We grew up in a simpler time. We sang.
Say, kids, what time is it?
M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. We laughed.
Hello, boy.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
We cried.
President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
We fought. We loved. We were attacked.
Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor, Hawaii by air.
Our flag was still there. Now these memories come to life on posters that can be yours today. Go to howdyboomy.com for your copies today. That's howdyboomy.com. howdyboomy.com.
Welcome to the Howdy Boomy Show. You know, it used to be you went to the newspapers every morning and you looked up the box scores, see how your team is doing, see what's going on in the neighborhood. Now you pick up the newspaper every day and you check out where the mass shootings are. This morning there was news of a mass shooting at a 16th birthday party in Alabama. Now there is no information out about that now. The news isn't reporting anything. I would assume that the police are withholding or waiting until they can find something out, because it's understandable that the shooter or shooters are still around. But take a look at history and take a look at who has mass shootings at birthday parties. Who has guns at a 16th birthday party? Take a look at the history. Take a look at the people that have done that. And ask yourself, what does the kitchen table look like in that family? The police knocked on the wrong door. They received a notice of a domestic disturbance. This was at night. They went to the wrong house. Man came to the front door with a gun aimed at them. They shot him. It's a tragedy. Wrong house. But what would you do if you walked up to a person, if you were in that situation where a gun was pulled on you, aimed right at you? Would you wait for him to shoot? I wouldn't. I couldn't be a cop. Every day you're looking at the worst of the worst of the worst. And after a while, that's got to wear on you. Whoever shoots second shoots last. It's a tragedy that this poor guy was shot. And I don't even begin to wonder why, when the door opened up, why he had a gun in his hand in the first place. I have no idea what his experiences were in that neighborhood. But I don't know how you can fault a policeman if someone draws a firearm and aims it at him. I wouldn't wait around to see what happened. The abortion issue. It was in the forefront in the 60s. 60 years later, because the Supreme Court gave it back to the states to make the decision on whether abortion was legal or not in their state, women are protesting. I can understand that. But the way they go about it doesn't make them a lot of friends. If you take a look at people that protest, especially the abortion people, they look a little screwy. I mean, I can understand the feeling. Being a male, I have no idea what it's like to give birth to someone. I understand why Mother's Day is so important, because it's a treasure. And you take a look at these people who are holding up the signs that say, it's my uterus, not yours. And yet that's true. But you would think they could have a civilized if it's possible. They realize this is a state-by-state basis. Realize how many more prevention mechanisms there are to prevent an abortion now than there were in the 60s. Now they have a pill that you can swallow that will give you an abortion. And the way some of these women act, the way they yell, the way they scream, I would ask them, gee, do you think your mother would have taken one of these? What did your mother think about abortion? I wonder what they would say. The Democratic Party is all behind clean energy. A lot of people are. But they have this mandate now where Biden came out with emission standards for General Motors and all the other automobile manufacturers in Detroit that are going to be almost impossible to meet. It's going to be impossible to meet the demand if it makes it that far as electric vehicles go. But they're noticing many more deaths due to fires of the batteries that run both electric scooters, electric bicycles, electric cars. Ask a fireman in your neighborhood if they've ever fought in a fire that resulted from an electric car being involved. And they'll tell you, they just let it burn. That thing is so hot they can't go. The lithium batteries are deadly. And it's one thing if it's on the road, it's one thing if it's on the side of the road. What if it's in your garage? What if it's in your basement? Because it's your bicycle or a motorbike. You have to wonder, be careful what you wish for. Make sure it's safe. And right now it isn't. You're rushing to have clean energy. You're going to bankrupt some businesses, hurt the economy, hurt the American consumer, hurt the American worker. Whereas China, they give a rat's ass. Russia, they give a rat's ass. Europe, they give a rat's ass. But America, because of the woke generation, the woke lobby, people who are probably invested heavily in lithium batteries or the mining operations that supply them, we're going to bankrupt our country, bankrupt some industries, because it's the fashionable thing to do. The people that are protesting this, the people that want that, have all the money they need. It's just something to show that they really care about this country. They care about the planet. I'm still wondering where the hole in the ozone layer went. That was supposed to be a deadly thing. But what do I know? I'm just sort of an average Joe. And I'm just going to tell all you people that are older now, old as I am, I made one big, huge mistake, and I put a mirror in my shower so I could shave, and that was a big mistake. It wouldn't be bad if I was 25 years old and had a full head of hair. But the more and more you look at yourself, especially underwater, especially when you're wet, at my age, big mistake. Big mistake. If I were to do this podcast using the camera on the computer itself, on the laptop, as I've done some Zoom meetings with my kids, I've taken a look at it. I've taken a look at myself, and basically I look like a talking nose. So the less you can take a look at yourself closely, the older you get, I think the better off everybody else is going to be. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Go to howdyboomy.com. Take a look at the merchandise we have. Take a look at the memories. Join the Peanut Gallery. Have a great day. Spread the word on the podcast. God bless you. God bless America.